Hey, beautiful people. I was thinking before about some things. I was having a good chat with a buddy that lives in Canada. And we're talking about a couple of things. We have a check-in, a couple of times a week about some stuff. And it's great. It's that whole accountability buddy thing. It's pretty cool. Ultimately, I have to be accountable to myself. And along that journey of getting better at that, it's having that accountability to somebody else, talking about things I'm going to do, writing it down, and then saying to my friend or my friends what I'm going to do by a certain time. It helps me not want to let them down, and ultimately that's helping me kind of going, well, I actually ultimately don't want to let myself down. And a couple of things we were talking about were, whilst I've been growing my business, I had my idea for my business about 6 years ago. On the consulting level, and was really excited about different things, different avenue from where I'm going now, and spent about 2 or 3 days at a coffee shop drinking coffee and taking notes on my computer and just writing, just enjoying just the brain dumping, just pouring stuff out. It was fantastic. And then I got really scared, and then I shelved the idea for literally 3 years. I dabbled, but I never fully went back into the idea. And yeah, different things along the way that have helped me learn with that. So where I'm going with the business now, coming down more from that part of really wanting to help guys, help men. Because being a guy that's struggled with stuff I struggled with in the past, and obviously struggles moment to moment on certain days here and there, and that's part of life. We all do that. The thing that's really helped me massively is actually taking some steps. So I was giving myself a bit of a hard time in wanting to sort of see the steps that I was taking. If I took this step, it was going to have this result. And sometimes, realistically, I don't know what's going to be the result from that step I take. I just have to take the step and just trust that I'm going in a direction at some level, hoping, look, I'm just guessing that step's going to take me where I'm going to go. Do I know for a fact? No, I don't. I'm not 100% certain in that moment, and most of those moments, I'm not going to be 100% certain, and there's going to be a lot of moments where I'm not certain at all. I just have to, head down, bum up, just take the step, and then once I feel like I've just taken a few more steps and or gained a bit of momentum, then I can look up and then go, okay, I feel this is actually taking me where I want to go. This is really good. Let's keep going. And do I need to improve anything? Can I tweak anything? So over the last few years, with doing a couple of different jobs whilst growing the business, one of the jobs I was doing was a lot of confined space work. So we used to do abseiling into, ginormous wheat silos, flour silos, and we'd abseil down, and we'd do dry cleans and wet cleans. And look, first couple of times I did it, it's super scary. You're dangling anything from 5 to 25 meters over the bottom of this silo, and you're like, what if you fall? The chances of you falling are pretty minimal. You're tied in at three points, and the winch, the winch with the wire cable on it is strong enough that it could probably lift the front of a car up. Here's me dangling at 82, 85 kilos going, the cable's not going to break. Anyway, so a couple of things, and we'd also done a bit of work. We had done some really festy, really disgusting cleaning jobs, like cleaning up in abattoirs, like old rotten bits of meat and infested with crud and just disgusting. And a couple of different times I was doing these things with a few of the crew that I work with, good bunch of people. And a couple of the other people had issues with obviously their senses and things like that. So as they're talking about things, they're going through a whole dry heaving stuff. It was funny to watch. It wouldn't have been nice to experience because it was almost convulsing them, but funny to watch. And yes, they knew I was laughing because I spoke to them about it at the time. I can't stop laughing. It's so funny. So one of the things that's really helped me massively, that I know works for me, is, look, I've had to get underneath some really dark, danky, yucky stuff, cleaning up chicken guts and feathers and rotting carcasses and stuff like that, with like a stupid little mask on and things. Just putrid work. And for me, one of the things that's really helped me a lot is kind of going, okay, cool, the work's disgusting. Let's put it on the table. Let's admit the work's fucking atrocious. In this moment, my commitment is to me to actually get the job done, the cleanup done, the best that I can do with the tools that I've got in my time frame. And look, there were lots of those jobs that they weren't easy. They weren't easy. But through doing this personal development work and the inner work and doing the things that work for me and testing and measuring different things and trialing it and kind of going, that's not really working. What do I need to do? Step back, have a look. Okay, I'm going to come at it from another angle. I'm going to use my affirmations. Cool. And it's not just a case of actually, sometimes it was. Sometimes I just needed to distract myself with just saying some affirmations. And it could be anything. It could be anything. It could be I am worthy and deserving. And then in those moments of actually, but not just saying the words, then actually as I've said them enough, kind of going, just really what's worthy and deserving to me, and feeling the words in my body. And that would help me distract from cleaning up the horrible stuff we were cleaning up. And yeah, the whole time I was aware doing this stuff of kind of going, okay, cool. In this moment, I can step up and be the best version of me. We're all going to get tested. There's people out there that go out and clean those portaloos, you know, and other jobs, cleaning down abattoirs and the blood rooms and just some and other work. I'm sure there's a lot of really creepy, yucky work out there. And I get that we can kind of go, oh no, I don't want to do it. And that's cool at a level. And then sometimes we just need to step up because we just need to pay the rent in that moment, or we might just need to make the car payment or put food on the table for our family, our kids and ourselves. And sometimes you just got to get past the thing. Do you have to stay in it? No, you don't have to stay in it. You know, you don't have to. And it's a good thing to want for more in regards to being better, a better version for yourself, not maybe getting better money or working in a better environment where you have got better team cooperation and better team connection and better leadership. And it's a good thing to want for more, you know. I think complacency is very dangerous because we settle for stuff and we tolerate stuff, and that's not a good thing. So some of the things that I've learned is different things in those moments that I've used for myself. So it could have been affirmations. It could have been, whilst I'm doing a thing, actually I was in another job where there was a couple of other guys I was working with. And look, one guy's still a really good friend. The other guy's a good guy to work with. And there'd been a flour explosion in this room. So we were cleaning up the flour that was all on the wall. It was on machines. So we'd get in there with air pressure hoses and blow the stuff down. There's an explosion element to the particle because flour is highly explosive. If you've got an ignition source, it's the right amount of parts per million, all that sort of stuff. People go, and it is. Flour can actually, in those big sizes, is actually like a big bomb. So understanding that and actually then being versed in the good safety to kind of go, okay, well, let's eradicate the risks here as much as we can so that while we're stirring up the flour, we've got good ventilation, so we're taking away one of the risks from too much, you know, parts per million, that sort of stuff to the flour. But in dusting the stuff up, I was having a great time. I was in my own little world. I was dusting the stuff up and I was kind of like chanting and I was doing some stuff and I was kind of singing and I was working my affirmations. And one of my mates, I don't remember exactly what it was that we were saying. I think he started the conversation and it was about, he said, what are you so happy for? I said, oh man, I'm having a great time. I'm doing my affirmations. He said, yeah, but it's a fucking shitty job we're doing, isn't it? And I've gone, yeah, it is. I'm not focused on it though. I'm focused on my affirmations. I'm focused on feeling good in my body. I'm focused on what can I do in this moment to show up the best that I can, to be the best for me. If I'm being the best version of myself, I'm going to be a better teammate. If I'm being the best version of myself, I'm going to be a better colleague. If I'm being the best version of myself, I'm doing the best job that I can do in that moment for me, which then serves me, serves my team members, serves the people I'm working for, gets the job done, people are happy, and it just helps me feel good about me. And I know there's times where that hasn't worked. There's times where I've just had my bitchy wine pants on. I'm like, nah, fuck this, it's shit. And sometimes it's shit, you know? We get to that whole thing of getting to choose who we want to be in that moment. that's what it comes down to. We can choose to get caught up in the crap. And I understand there's a time and place for things, I do. At some point though, if we're continuously letting all that external stuff control who we be, that's part of giving your power away. That's part of giving your energy to the external stuff that's not meant to control you, but will control you because you're focusing on it and then getting caught up in the stuff that you can't necessarily change. I can't change how someone else is going to work. I can't change the business that I was working for when they got paid from their clients. I can't change that. It's none of my business. I don't really care. As long as you paid me on the times you said you're going to pay me, we're all good. So stepping back sometimes and then actually looking at what's going to work for you, what's not going to work for you. And this is part of the inner work. This is part of the inner work. I've had to rewire how I think about things. I've had to change my paradigms about things from doing this inner work. And I say had to because there was a point where I was going down dark paths in regards to this is not serving me. If I stay in this trajectory of heading down this way and actually feeling what I'm feeling, this is not going to serve me. I'm going to start imploding, and that's not going to help me, To that point of going, okay, cool, I'm willing to put in a little bit of work to learn some better techniques so I have a better understanding in my body, in myself, of being more empowered, being more conscious, being more aware. So from doing that then allows me to just be a better version of me, and I get to step up, and then I can learn some stuff. I had a couple of things today, was to learn some wealth creation work, and that doing a couple of courses at the moment, and that's about breaking down our thoughts, our beliefs, our behaviors, our ideas, conditioning in and around anything and everything around money, wealth creation, wealth consciousness work, abundance, finances, investing, money, all that sort of stuff. What does that mean to me? We get told this stuff from education systems and conditioning. How often do we pull these words apart? What do they mean to me? What do they mean to you? So it's inner work. The inner work is part of the journey. I've reframed that to go, I love the inner work. I don't love it every minute of it every day. I can say though, for me, probably a good 75% of the time, 80% of the time, I love it. I love it. Because if I've made a mistake or something like that, I now know that I've made a mistake. I've then learnt one way where that thing that I've just tried hasn't worked. So instead of going that way, I can then come that way and go, I've now got a different perspective. I'm a little bit more open to now how this new scenario might work for the same challenge. Let's try that. And I might have to try it a bunch of times. I might just do it once and nail it and go, that was pretty sweet, awesome. And sometimes not. So inner work, people, journey, it's all important stuff. It's just about stepping up. It's just about stepping up, moment to moment. What's the moment for you? Whatever it is for you. That conscious awareness of actually being present to your situation, that's a moment, It's not easy, it's simple. You have to do the work. So what can you do to reframe your thoughts around doing the work? It's like, oh, it's so hard. If you're feeling that way and you've got that stuff in your body, it will be hard because that's what you're focusing on. If you go, okay, I understand at the moment it's feeling a little bit harder, I'm a bit challenged by this thing. What could I do differently? How would I want to feel? What would that look like? If I step back and had a look around and got a different perspective from like a third person, what could I see if I step back? Or whatever's going to work for you, whatever's going to give you that next step to move forward. And then being able to go, that step actually felt like that was really impactful for me in a positive way. I like that. Or even if you take that step and it's negatively impactful, you go, ooh, okay, right. Okay, I don't like how I felt when I was in that situation. Or I don't like the result I got from that. That wasn't the result I was going for. So back up, reevaluate, go again. Yeah. If we can understand the fact that we never stop doing this work, it's daily. It's daily. And you know what? The more I do it, the more I am so passionate about this work. I love it. I love it. And is it about making every day fantastic? No. Because stuff's going to happen outside of my control. You know, I can visualize how I want the day to go. I can write down and journal how I want the day to go, or how I want to be in the day, or how I want to show up. Is that going to be that way the whole day? I'm not guaranteed it. I've got an idea of how I want to behave throughout the day. Somebody could cut me off in traffic and I could choose to respond and go, you know what, maybe they were late, that's all good. Or I could choose to lose my shit and just fully be reactive in that moment. And, you know, that's not a good way either, because that's putting that yucky energy out there. We just have to be good. We just have to be great, not good. We have to be great at being us. You have to be great at being you. I have to be great at being me. I can't be great for you. You can't be great for me. Nor should we want to be. All right, beautiful people.